All right, so we're in here. I'm the shock exchange, of course, and this is on Trump and the GE. This is Pandemonium after Gary Harris dives at Zion's knees. So a couple nights ago, the New Orleans Pelicans were playing Orlando Magic, and Zion Williams was driving to the basket, and Gary Harris dived across his body under the guys that going for a steal, and dived right into Zion's knees. When we were growing up, we used to call that a roadblock. With the guy on the by the knee, he can't do anything but fall down. The problem is that that's football. This is not football. This is basketball. And so when I say under the guys are going for the ball, there's only one thing could have happened. You know, only one possible outcome could have happened from that scenario, and that's Zion getting hurt. So I'm going to try to share my screen and show the actual play.
Four minutes gone.
Oh, that's dangerous, man.
Really
that is dangerous. That's dangerous right there. I know Gary Harris is not that kind of player, but that's, man, listen.
And they called other things that are flagrant.
Right.
So he went for the steal and went down, but lost his
Yeah, but you dove at knee.
Right.
So you're not even really going for the steal. Look where Willie's out on the floor right now. Look where Willie's out on the floor. How do you not take a look at this?
Right.
How do you not? Because he's not hitting.
Right
because he's not hitting the face. If he got hit in his face, you would definitely look at it. This is for one. This is just as bad as a bad closeout to me, Joe.
CJ.
Okay, and so the announcer said that Gary Harris is not that type of player. Actually, Gary Harris is that type of player. When you drive your shoulder into another player's knee, you are that type of player. And he did it intentionally, and he tried to hurt Zion Williamson. And you see too many of these plays happening in the NBA now. I saw a play a few months ago. I can't remember which game it was, but a forward just launched his body into another player's knee while he was standing there looking at the ball, under the guys that are going for the ball. And this big guy had to weigh every bit of like 250 pounds. You lucky the guy didn't get hurt, and they didn't call a flagrant foul on this, I don't think. But Willie Green, the coach for the New Orleans Hornets, came on to the court. He should have been outraged. He should have been outraged. They're lucky Zion didn't get hurt, but the NBA should have suspended Gary Harris immediately and fined him for that play. Were they going to wait till somebody gets hurt before they start fining people? That was a non-basketball play. He purposely tried to hurt Zion Williamson, who's had injury problems. I don't know how long Zion's been in the league, but he probably hadn't played a full season yet due to injury. So he's trying to make it play meaningful games this year. The Hornets have a chance to they're going to be in the playoffs. And they could go deep in the playoffs if he and Brandon Ingram and those guys are healthy. It's time for the New Orleans Hornets to play up to their capability, play up to their potential. Time for these high draft choices, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, to pan out and earn their pay. And Zion can't earn his pay and can't play up to his potential if he's hurt. And it's sad because I'm a big fan of Gary Harris. He was a star at Michigan State, but he hasn't done much in the NBA. This is not how you make a name for yourself. So the announcer said he's not that type of player. He is that type of player, apparently, because he drove his shoulder right into Zion's knee and tried to hurt him. And it's reminiscent of a play where Patrick Beverley, who I used to call Dirty Waters, also Matthew Dellavedova did that against Kyle Korver in the playoffs when he played for the Cleveland Cavaliers when they were playing the 76ers years ago. Dove right into his knee, into the season, under the guys that are going for the ball. He dove for his knee first, then reached out for the ball as an afterthought. And so back in 2013, Patrick Beverley made a similar play, ran across Russell Westbrook's knee, ran in front of him, drove his shoulder into his knee, under the guys that are going for a steal, while Westbrook was trying to call a timeout. He didn't have to do that. Westbrook was motioning for a timeout and tore Westbrook's meniscus. And I'm going to show that play here. End of Westbrook's season.
Now the NBA. Bruce Parsons cut off by Durant. A great cut by Harden. And Smith with the follow as Ibaka was there to contest the hard drive.
That's what Smith is supposed to do. When he sees Ibaka going to block the shot, he's to go to the front of the rim, pick up that garbage.
42-41 in Westbrook hobbling away.
Beverly went for the steal just as the timeout was called, and he actually got part of the knee of Russell Westbrook. He is really upset with Beverly right now.
He's looking over at Patrick Beverly, and now that's over. Frustrated, trying to walk it off. And you see the side swipe by Beverly right on the right knee of Westbrook.
So you see how Patrick Beverly launched himself right into Russell Westbrook's knee. Uncalled for. Westbrook's trying to dip motion for a timeout. The play's over. He knew exactly what he did. I don't know how much Patrick Beverly weighs, but you launch 185, 190 pounds into another player's knee while he's running forward. Something bad's going to happen. Russell Westbrook tore his meniscus. They were up. The Hornets. Oklahoma City Thunder were up 2-0. They went up 2-0 after that game. They were up 1-0. They finished up 2-0, and then they got swept. They lost 4 straight games, and they lost the playoff series 2-4 to the Houston Rockets. And Russell Westbrook, it ended his season. They were afraid he was going to miss several weeks of the following season, but he missed only a few games. And Patrick Beverly knew exactly what he did. And after I called him out for it several times on different blogs and news sites, the NBA started watching Patrick Beverly and Matthew Dellavedova, and they had a talking to about purposely hurting guys under the guys that are going for the ball. And now you got Gary Harris doing it. So Gary Harris should have been fined and suspended immediately. What are they going to do? Wait for somebody to get hurt? And you see too many of these plays in the NBA now where the league, the quality of the product is already down because the guys that they're carrying the ball, running with the ball, traveling. It's not the game that James Naismith invented. You got guys that betting on games, potentially throwing games, where the outcome seems to be scripted. And the ratings are down. So the NBA should need to root this type of behavior out immediately. When you got a bunch of guys out there who don't have any skill, and they're out there trying to hurt people now. So they need to root this type of behavior out and make an example of Gary Harris and anybody else who tries to do it again. So that's Trump and the GE. Thank you for listening. Thank you.